G'day legends, in this video we are going to be looking at the pretty crazy smear campaign that Aljamain Sterling has started on Movsar Evloev for their upcoming UFC 307 battle, talking about how it is almost 100% certain that Movsar is using PEDs. This is a wild claim and it is being supported by absolutely zero evidence at all. And to me, it really does make Aljo look like he is just getting the audience ready and primed for if he loses, or maybe in Aljo's head, he is getting the audience ready and primed for an even bigger hero story should he win, although it is coming off as the first one. It looking like he is a little bit scared of losing this one, and I think it's got something to do with the upcoming rule changes that will be in place when Aljo actually ends up fighting him. So, firstly, Aljo dropped these accusations on his YouTube channel. Let's check that out now.
I would love to get drug tested every single day, but I know my opponent would never do the same because I guarantee you my man is on something. But it's okay, I'm used to fighting guys who've been on gear. It's just one of those things, like Nate Diaz said, they're all on steroids, right? So, may the better man win. I know I'm going to be the cleaner man. I know I'm going to get it done. I have no doubt in my mind. Even with you cheating, mentally, it just shows that you're weak. So it is what it is. Movsar, I'm coming for that ass, and I can't wait. October 5th is going down, UFC 307.
So there we go. Straight away, Aljo says that he's very used to beating up people who are on PEDs, but he provides us no evidence at all, although he does explain his thinking in a tweet later on, because these two have been going back and forth over Twitter almost every single day. And the real question is here, what makes Aljamain Sterling think that Movsar Evloev is actually on something? Is it just his physique? Is it the idea that Movsar has a good gas tank? I'm not even sure Movsar does. Like, there are times towards the end of his fight where he does start to look very gassed out. And when it comes to the physiques, like, I'm no bodybuilding judge, but it would almost look like Aljamain Sterling has got a better rig than Movsar and a better gas tank, I would argue, as well. So all these reasons that Aljamain Sterling is pointing to the fact that Movsar Evloev is using steroids could also be pointed right back at Aljamain Sterling. There's also the idea that Aljamain Sterling has been accused of using steroids as well. He was asked about it in an interview. I can't find the clip of it. Someone out there, if you know where it is, put it down there in the comments. But Aljamain Sterling turns around and says, if I was using steroids, I'd look like Merab Dvalishvili. So when you compare the two of them together, you almost think that maybe Movsar just looks like a pretty normally skinny dude, right? He's not particularly shredded. He's not exactly TJ Dillashaw in the off season. It's a pretty normal rig for somebody in that weight class. So Movsar Evloev, he ends up clapping back and saying, don't be scared, I'll make it quick, which is just the goddamn funniest thing I've ever heard. Like, Movsar has never made anything quick. He couldn't make a 100-meter sprint quick. I don't think he's ever finished a fight. You know, it's probably why he's so skinny. You know, he's never finished a meal before somebody had to clean it up. Movsar Evloev's missus is probably still lying in the bed waiting to be finished. Movsar's never done anything quickly in his life. Anyway, Aljamain Sterling takes this claim from Movsar Evloev, don't worry, little boy, don't worry, little bro, I'll make it quick, and pretty much turns it right around back on Movsar. He's saying, so basically you're admitting I'm right, you've 100% taken gear and probably still on the gear, you talk too much and I know for certain. It's okay though, when you realize there's not enough to beat me. It's okay though, when you realize that's not enough to beat me, you'll contemplate your entire career and why you even bothered to try. Hashtag UFC 307. So, this has gone on so much that eventually the UFC's anti-doping agency, which is completely third-party and trustworthy, actually rolled up and has tested Movsar Evloev. Movsar put the tweet up to show what was going on. So Movsar shares this on his Twitter, and the first thing that comes to my mind is, bro, water, drink some water. Like, I know you guys train in the desert, but Jesus Christ, man, are you trained by Valentina Shevchenko? That you need Gatorade, water, a little bit of salt in it. Help yourself, brother. Like, it's brutal. It's brutal. Because of that, Aljamain Sterling just keeps getting asked, like, why do you think Movsar Evloev is cheating? Why are you so certain about this? And eventually, Aljamain Sterling's big reveal as to why he believes Movsar is on steroids and has never popped is because he once showed he once saw the documentary Icarus. Aljo says, yes, I call out anyone I've heard or seen that has popped before. Movsar hasn't. Please watch Icarus if you haven't yet. There are many doctors out there that are ahead of the testing. The testing agencies know this very well also. So the he hasn't popped before, that talk is all nonsense to me. And someone actually had the brains out there to ask Aljo, by this logic, you could be on the gear too. And Aljo's response was, pretty much, I'll surmise it. I'll show it to you as well. But he's to surmise Aljamain Sterling's response, it was pretty much, yeah, but I'm not. Aljo says, the only difference is I take third-party supplements. Could Movsar Evloev also be taking third-party supplements, Aljo, that are tested? Like, just because you know that you're not on steroids doesn't mean that everyone else is. This is not a valid argument here, Aljo. Aljamain Sterling is in full-blown excuse mode. The narrative that he is going with is, I've seen Icarus. Movsar looks dangerous. He is cheating. To me, this is all a deep insecurity creeping into Aljamain Sterling, and I will tell you why. I think he is horribly scared that his entire game plan, the thing that has won him the title and kept him with the title until he lost it to Sean O'Malley, obviously, but the thing that got him success, the rule change is coming. The hand down. Aljamain Sterling attempting average takedowns and then just stalling out with posting his arm on the ground and hoping that he doesn't get kneed in the head. That rule change is coming in October 1st, and Aljamain Sterling's fight at UFC 307 with Movsar Evloev is after that rule change. Imagine the one tool, the tool that got you to the dance, the thing that you use to have the most success in your career. That one tool is stripped away from you, and you are now fighting someone with an equally comparable skill set or nearly just as good. Well, if you go ahead and start pumping the entire audience with, I hate this term, but it is what it is, misinformation that Movsar Evloev is cheating, you start to put that out there in the zeitgeist. And when you do eventually get that loss, which I am sure is in the back of his head, considering that the rule change is coming, you have a pre-built excuse that you can start to parade around. And Aljamain Sterling is known for parading around excuses. That first Petr Yan fight where he pulled the Oscar-winning performance of pretending that he was hurt will live on forever and can always be pointed to as evidence of Aljamain Sterling doing whatever needs to be done to sell a win or to sell a narrative. That is the kind of guy that he is in his core. When push comes to shove, he has proven it to us before. And now you have got this event coming up where his best used weapon, his best tool is being taken out of his toolbox, and he is priming the audience for a loss. That seems to be what is going on here. Tasty, tasty drama. Let me know what you think about it down there in the comments. Do you think Aljamain Sterling truly believes that Movsar is using steroids, or do you think he is priming us for a loss? Put it down there in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, I try and make an MMA video every single day. Go live about 3 times a week and do watch along. So if it's your first time on the channel, why don't you hit that subscribe button? And for everyone who's here every single day, you guys know the drill. If you're on board with the channel, hit the like button. That helps grow the channel as well. Until then, I will see you guys all in the next video.